out of the ice field. From here to that location up there is about 22 miles. Distances are really hard to perceive here. When I started doing this about 12 years ago, there was a blue wall right here. We'd come up and look at the face of the glacier, and now in the last 12 years we've lost about 2 miles. So all these sitting in front of you are icebergs that have broken off from the glacier, floated over here, and get stuck. Average ice thickness out there is about 1,000 feet thick. Icebergs that have rocks on top of them are pieces of that medial moraine. If you look out of the glacier, you can see that black stripe coming down the center. This is what it consists of. It's just rocks and debris laying on top of the ice. And what happens is, what creates that black line, that's called the medial moraine. Way up at the top, you can see that big white mountain. That's the tallest mountain in the Chugach range. And what happens is the glacier is going up the mountains like this, and it goes around that mountain. So it's in 2 glaciers. So then you have both sides of that, on both sides the glacier's pulling down, it's picking up rocks and it's grabbing them rocks and starts carrying them downhill. We figure if a rock falls on at the top, it takes almost 500 years to ride down to this location. It's just a big slow motion conveyor.